Welcome to The Explainer. So, today we're diving into something that is honestly, truly special and shockingly relevant to right now. We're unpacking the fifth hymn of the second book of the Ginza Rabba. And look, I know what you might be thinking. Okay, how does an ancient text from thousands of years ago have anything to do with my life today? Well, if you're trying to figure out who you are, dealing with school, friendships, and all that heavy pressure of growing up, this hymn is basically a mirror reflecting your exact inner journey. It's this profound ancient guide to finding your true self and keeping your inner light safe when the world gets totally chaotic. I mean, let me ask you, have you ever felt like a total stranger in this world? Like you're walking down the hall at school or just sitting in a crowded room and you feel like you're wearing a garment or a skin that just doesn't resemble who you actually are on the inside? That feeling of being awkward in your own skin or feeling forced to put on a mask just to fit in? It's so incredibly common. And the coolest part is, this is a completely universal experience. People felt this exact same way in antiquity. This ancient text speaks directly to that exact feeling. All right, Section 1, Your Truth in Clay, Separating the Soul from the Shell. Okay, let's dive right into this. The text plays with this brilliant concept of separating our pure, authentic inner selves from our physical shells and the world's expectations. It starts off with this incredibly confident declaration. The speaker says, "I am Mana, I am Adam, the reverent Mana planted by the City of Light." Now, in this context, Mana is your pure soul, your mind, the absolute core of your identity. Think of it as the real you. You know, the version of you when you're just chilling alone in your room, perfectly at peace, totally untouched by anyone's judgment or how many likes you got on social media. That true self is pure and reverent before you ever step out the door to face the world. To really get this, we've got to look at this awesome metaphor they use. On the left, we have the City of Light. That represents your true ethereal self, pure, untouched by toxicity. Then, on the right, the garment of clay. That's your physical body and the messy day-to-day world we all live in. It's honestly kind of like a video game. Your true, luminous self is the player, safely hanging out in the City of Light. But to actually experience this world, you're playing the game of life wearing an earthly avatar, that garment of clay. You're navigating a heavy physical world, but you have to remember, you are not just the avatar. You are the player. You're the light inside of it. Moving on to Section 2, Overcoming the Feeling of Isolation. The struggle to fit in. Let's be totally honest here. Trying to fit in, dealing with peer pressure, and carrying the weight of growing up in this clay can be brutal. It's deeply isolating. Has there ever been a time when you felt just completely disconnected or even forgotten by the world? Maybe you were left out of a group chat, ignored by people you look up to, or misunderstood by your own family. That isolation is so real and totally valid. What makes the Ginza Rabba so mind-blowing is how it directly confronts this fear, that terrible sinking anxiety of being banished or left behind by the people who are supposed to guide you. And the text offers this immense, striking comfort. It says, "Let no one say that Adam was banished, and his father turned away from him, so he forgot what he was taught." It backs this up by affirming that the higher power, the Father, hears and sees and knows everything. So the crucial point is this. Feeling misunderstood in your daily life? That does not mean you're abandoned. You aren't broken, and you definitely aren't invisible. Your inner light, your struggles, they are seen and known, even when everyone around you seems completely oblivious. So how do we actually protect that inner light when we feel so isolated? Well, the text basically gives us a timeless survival guide for youth. It outlines Adam's defense mechanisms for living in the clay garment. Number 1, remain full of faith. Believe in your own worth, even when the world gets awkward. 2, realize no want or deficiency comes near you. Deep down, you are already enough. 3, hold fast to your roots and the positive stuff you've been taught. And 4, don't put stumbling blocks in front of yourself or do wrong things just to fit in. By staying laser-focused on your core values, you literally build an invincible shield around your true self. Which brings us to Section 3, Escaping the World of Falsehood, Navigating Toxicity. Now, what's really interesting about this part of the explainer is how we tackle something we all face, toxic environments. The ancient text talks about being rescued from sinners and the people of falsehood, and it is wild how perfectly this translates into your reality right now. The people of falsehood, those are the toxic influences in your life. The online haters, the fake friends, the gossip, the negative peer pressure trying to drag you down. The text is practically begging you to see these influences for exactly what they are, pure falsehood, and to realize they have zero real power over your mana, your pure inner self. So let's look at how this builds into an actual step-by-step rescue plan outlined in the text. Step 1. Your struggles are seen by a higher power. You aren't suffering in the dark. Step 2. A faithful messenger sent to you. Think of this as a supportive mentor, an awesome teacher, a counselor, or just a fiercely loyal friend who steps up when you need them most. Step 3 is the active rescue, pulling away from those toxic people of falsehood. And finally, Step 4, settling with your ethereal brothers, basically finding your true tribe, a real authentic community that actually gets you and uplifts your inner light. And finally, Section 4, the reward, inner peace and light, the hero's journey. This is the triumphant final stage of our journey today. What actually happens when you successfully protect your identity? What's the payoff for ignoring the haters and staying true to yourself? It's profound, unbreakable peace. The text describes it so beautifully. I am resting in the neighborhood of his house, full of praise, among the flowing robes and lamps. And this brilliantly illustrates the mental peace you get when you beat those earthly struggles. The imagery here, flowing robes, warm lamps, it's all about safety, clarity, and that deep relief you feel when you finally stop pretending to be someone else and let your authentic self shine. Next, we get this incredible final blessing straight from the source. It says, "Blessed and praised are you, O Adam. You preserved your father's reverence and proved his vision true." If you're a young person listening to this explainer right now, please take this to heart. This is the ultimate validation. By staying authentic, by keeping your light shining through that heavy, messy clay garment when it was so incredibly hard, you proved the vision true. You honored your roots, and you made the people who truly believe in you so proud. The hymn wraps up with this gorgeous, resounding instruction. So reside honored among your family, your people, and the purifying living. It's a massive reminder that you are not just here to survive this world. You deserve to thrive in it. You deserve to live honorably and securely, not in isolation, but surrounded by true supporters, your family, your people, your real community that celebrates the brilliant you. So as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one big, vital question. You have a pure, luminous inner self, and right now you're navigating a complex world in a physical avatar, a garment of clay. Knowing everything we just talked about today, how will you protect your own inner light? How will you actively block out the falsehood, ignore the noise, and stay fiercely true to who you really are? It's a huge challenge, but it is so worth taking on every single day. Keep your light shining brightly, and we'll see you on the next explainer.